Hey guys, I have an art journal page to share with you today. I'm starting out in my DIna Wakley Media journal, and it is the smaller of the two sizes that she has out now. And I'm just going to start out by collaging down some vintage papers. I have some paper from a vintage math book, some botanical papers, some sewing pattern, some music paper or music sheet music, and I think some of that Tim Holtz tissue wrap stuff as well. And I'm just gluing it all down with Collage Podge matte, which is my favorite liquid adhesive for my art journal because it is actually matte, unlike Mod Podge matte, which isn't really matte. It has a bit of a shine to it or sheen to it. This is actually matte, so that's why it's my favorite. And then I'm also adding some of these collage sheets from DIna Wakley. She just came out with these, and I'm just adding a little bit here and there because it's a really bold black and I don't want it to overwhelm things. And then I'm just gonna cover the page with gesso. Well, not cover the page, but tone it down a bit. I first start with my brayer, but it was getting a little too thick in spots, so I sprayed some water and then just spread it out with my hands until I got like an all over nice coverage. And then I'm gonna dry that and then go in with the brayer. I like the brayer because it's easy to apply that way, and it leaves this fantastic texture when it's dry. So here I have the DIna Wakley, I think they're called Funky Silhouettes. Yeah, Funky Silhouettes. And I'm just going to trace the stencil with a scribble stick in Elephant. And I'm going to make 3 of these silhouettes. I'm not really following the stencil of the shape of the stencil of the bottom. I'm just making a random shape, kind of cutting off what I guess would be their feet. So I'm going to go around some of my silhouettes with a little bit of the peacock scribble stick, and then I'm going to activate my color or my scribble sticks with the water. And then I'm also going to take my wet paintbrush to the scribble stick so I can add more color as I'm dissolving the line of the silhouette. I also want to add a little more color to make it darker, blend it out so that it appears there's like a shadow all around them. And the peacock and the elephant are blending together. I'm just trying to build up my layers until I'm happy. It's a lot easier to add more than it is to have too much and then try to take it away. So it's better to build up in light layers, in my opinion anyway. So this is some DIna Wakley Media in Buff. It's one of the new colors. And I'm adding that to the inside bodies of my silhouettes. And I'm just using my finger rather than a paintbrush because I don't want like an exact paintbrush kind of look. I want it to be real loose, and it's easy to achieve that look when you use your finger. And again, I'm going in with some of that elephant to build up some more of those layers, and also some of the peacock. So this is some gold leafing. It's by Speedball, and it's really fluid, and I had the idea that I was going to try to apply the adhesive that you use for the gold leaf through a stencil, but it is so fluid that it ended up just seeping all under the stencil, and I should have known that that was going to happen, but I tried it anyway. And in the end, I mean, it doesn't matter. I think it looks okay how it comes out, but I was a little disappointed that I didn't get the shape of the stencil because I went through all the trouble of using the stencil. So you're supposed to let that dry until it's like tacky, and then apply the gold leaf on top of it. And you just rub it in to the spots that are tacky, and then you can peel away some of the gold sheet. But in order to get most of the gold leafing off of this surface anyway, I'm using a paintbrush with a really stiff bristle, and this is the DIna Wakley Media paintbrush, and these are the long ones. I know she came out with short ones, but these are the long ones, and they have really thick bristles. So I wanted to obscure my silhouettes a little bit, to kind of like push them into the background, make them a little mysterious looking. They were looking like really pristine. So I'm adding some gesso with a palette knife, and I'm just going all around the page, not caring where I put it, like over their heads, over where their feet would be. And then I'm going to add a quote, and I can't remember what the quote says, but we'll see what it says at the end. Something about in the shadows, memories, or something like that. I really love these silhouettes from DIna Wakley, these stencils, because there are so many things you could do with them. I feel like this is a stencil that I'm going to be using over and over. And actually, I have made 3 projects with them so far in the last week. So I hope you like them, because you're going to be seeing a lot of them. But there's just so many things you can do with them. I mean, you can use them as masks or stencils. You can put things in their bodies. You can make little outfits for them. You can do stenciling. I mean, there's so many things. You can journal inside their body. You can layer stencils inside their bodies. Or you could use it to cover up a page you don't like. If it just, a page gets like really out of hand, you can just slap them puppies on top and go around them in black, and your page is saved. So I applied a little bit of that elephant around my word stickers, and now I'm going in with the palette knife again with some gesso, and I'm going right over the top of those word stickers, and then I'm kind of blending it out with my finger. I want them to be to have a little bit of like a veil over them, so that they're not so pristine looking. And then I'm going to do a little more palette knifing around. And that's how that gold leaf turned out. It doesn't look like anything, but I do like the way it turns out. And that's my finished page. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, or just want to say hi, you can leave me a comment down below. And thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.